fame. I'm going to live forever. I'm going to learn how to fly high. You got to love ambition.
It was basically The Sound of Music, but in Brooklyn, wasn't it? You know, they just sort of burst into song without prior notice the whole time.
All dancing, fame, I'm gonna live forever, and on tops of the New York taxis.
I wanted to go to stage, I wanted to dance on the top of cars in the street. I wanted to live that dream. Baby, you look at me. But it was always a bit low for me.
Do you know what actually tugs at my heartstrings even now? I heard it on the radio a little while ago. Fame! And I was like, oh no, I guess that isn't excellent, but actually it is quite a good track.
I remember at the end of the song, I said, that's a terrible song, and that'll never be a hit. Boy, was I wrong.
It's my music. Lunatics stole my taste.
I'm going to live forever, I'm going to learn how to fly. But I don't think that's right, is it? Surely they didn't teach people how, A, how to live forever, and B, they taught them how to fly. That was pretty impressive. That's not a fame school. That's like a really, really amazing school.
People will see me and I remember.
I always think it's very funny that they used to be able to sort of dance in the street and put on big sort of open-air productions and get away with it.
Somehow at the time it didn't seem corny or contrived at all, because it was based on a real performing arts school.
It always happened in the canteen, didn't it? There would always be, flipping every lunchtime, somebody would be sitting there nicely, quietly having their sandwich, and then they go, you know, I'm really down about something this weekend. They go, don't be down, like this, and then this huge dance routine would erupt.
The movie really is the embodiment of the students of performing arts, and there was a certain realism that the audiences really tapped into.
When I first visited the school, I couldn't believe actually that everywhere I looked there was some kind of music going on. In the stairwell there's a kid playing a violin, and then you turn another corner and there'll be a string quartet.
In doing the movie, it felt like I finally got into school. I was finally a student and finally a part of the school that I'd always wanted to be.
The next group of musicians can go to the 5th floor now, please.
I cast in New York, I cast in Los Angeles, I cast in Philadelphia. I just looked everywhere, really, for any kid who was half-talented. You know, musicians who could act, actors who could play musical instruments. 3,000 kids turned up for that, which is quite amazing.
Don't touch the rotary pot. What pot? The VCO. I got it set on sawtooth.
What was the guy with the curly hair that wrote the songs? Bruno, yeah. You always felt a bit sorry for him because he was a bit geeky, but he wrote lovely songs, so that was all right.
One instrument at a time will be quite sufficient.
I had no idea what I was getting myself into.
Lee Crary, I found in a music school in Manhattan.
I sort of secretly knew that. I was like, well, the part's me. I mean, how could they cast anybody else?
Martelli! Bruno Martelli!
Bruno wanted to do things with synthesizers.
Who needs orchestras? You can do it all with a keyboard and an amp and enough power.
Always locking horns with Mr. Sharovsky.
Sigmund Freud type, wasn't it? Very serious. No, and he'd solve all the problems.
You going to play all by yourself? You don't need anybody else. That's not music, Martelli. That's masturbation.
Next, please.
He doesn't go upstairs without filling in his name.
Johnson, Leroy Johnson. Can we go up now?
When you think of fame, you know, you think of those dreadlocks, and you think of Gene Anthony Ray, Leroy Johnson.
Not going up until he checks his knife.
We found him, he was performing on a street corner in Harlem. I mean, that was like a week before we started shooting.
Leroy was an intense street dancer who was trying to learn some more balletic chops.
What do you call that?
He was a poor black kid from the wrong side of town that had, you know, worked his hardest to get there, and once he'd got there, he was surrounded by a load of drama toffs.
Sometimes I wonder where I've been.
I wanted to be Coco. I was the Essex version of Coco, actually.
This role seemed so tailor-made for me. I'd never experienced that. It seemed like someone just sat down and wrote it for me, you know.
Out here on my own.
The movie, the TV series, and the chart hits turned the Kids from Fame into a worldwide phenomenon.
Out here on my own.
We've had loads of letters about the Kids from Fame, so we thought, why not show you a video? And what better than the single Friday Night? Here's Carlo Imperato as Danny.
I told him, don't ever put me in tights. That was it.
Friday night's gonna be alright, it's gonna be right, it's gonna be alright now, baby. Start shaking your hips, so baby, pucker your lips, cause I'm coming to see you soon. Watch out. They're coming. New York is coming in.
We arrived in London. When we got off the plane, there were thousands and thousands of people at the airport.
It's like we're having a big party.
A celebration.
Life is a celebration. Without you, I'm dying.
We all looked at each other and said, wow.
Everybody here loves fame, right? Is fame gonna live forever?
He just said to my mum, I want to do fame, I want to go to stage school. And it was all about fame.
It was so much more interesting than doing double maths at an all-girls school in Birmingham, wasn't it? It was just sexy, you just wanted to be there.
Now, baby.